Hey everyone. I think when it comes to being a profitable trader, a successful trader, and a good trader, um, there are certain attributes that you have when you compare yourself to not just a normal trader but the average person as well. And usually those attributes come down to things like self-control, your ability to have clear thoughts and be aware of what you're doing. Um, a lot of times when you're trading, you have to be aware when your fear is starting to come into your head and your greed is starting to take over, or whatever psychological bad habits you have. You must be, in order to be a good trader or profitable or successful, you must be able to be aware of those things, and essentially have self-awareness as to what is going on around you and inside of you. And I think a lot of people in general don't have that sense. You get people that go to McDonald's drive-through and they're angry. Their food is a bit cold, so they rage and they throw things and they swear at the workers simply because of something as small as that. Whereas, having been around many traders, speaking with many traders, and being one myself, no matter what problem it is, there's always this calmness. It can be the biggest of problems. A lot of traders tend to laugh at problems or not really react at all, because at the end of the day, whatever the problem is you're facing, if it's cold food in a McDonald's drive-through, or if it's your car breaking down in the middle of the road, whatever it might be, you're gonna get out of the situation. And trading teaches you that even the bad, the worst of the worst drawdown periods will eventually come to an end. And if you are profitable, they will not only come to an end, but you will see profit in the long run, even though you experience bad times like drawdown periods. And having that self-awareness, it's like a superpower almost. You compared to the average human, most people, like I just said, don't have self-control. And when it comes to any skill in life, not just trading, not just facing problems, any skill in life, you you don't really have that impulsiveness as most people do. You you don't have that um, immaturity almost. You're always calm, you're always focused, and that's the power of being a good trader and learning how to trade. So trading doesn't just teach you how to make money, but it teaches you how to be a better person, and overall how to be more mature, if I can say it like that. You know, and I've seen it in many scenarios, many situations, and it has led me to think, can everyone really be a trader? And honestly, yes. There's been this debate that goes on a lot of times on social media. Can everyone be a trader? And the truth is, yes. Even people with the worst self-control can become a trader. Of course, they're gonna struggle more. They're gonna have to learn more. They're gonna have to overcome more problems, but they can still become profitable. They can still get to where me and you are right now. It will just take a little bit more work. And the thing is, people ask me that question, can anyone become a trader? I have students saying maybe trading is just not for me. That's your choice. If trading is for you, that's your choice. You can do it. So if you don't want to become a trader, then you can say trading is not for me. But that means you don't want it. But if you want to become a trader, then you will do whatever it takes. And I think that's the same with anyone. And with that debate, you know, can anyone become a trader? Look at the people that become successful. You know, I had bad self-control. I had like terrible self-control. I was breaking my keyboard, slamming stuff, hitting stuff. I was swearing all the time. I mean, over the smallest things. When I was backtesting is not even, you're not losing demo money, you're not losing real money. I mean, I can backtest 100 trades a day. You know, meaning I can take 100 trades a day while backtesting, and I will still get mad over one. I was getting mad over things like that. So if someone like me can go from that to losing, my worst losing streak as of recently was 22 trades consecutively. If I can lose 22 trades consecutively and not once slip up, not once do I get angry or annoyed or irritated, whatever. If I can go from being angry at backtested trades, data, that doesn't even matter, to doing that, live trading, then anyone can do it. And that's the truth. Because no matter how bad your psychology is, no matter how bad your self-control is, you will always be able to overcome it in the long run. All it takes is experience and a lot of patience, because at the end of the day, if you start trying right now, really trying, if you start studying yourself, journaling, because that's the important things, journaling your psychology and journaling your trades. If you start studying and journaling right now, 2 years from now, you're going to be a completely different person. You're going to be profitable, more than likely. You're going to be much more stable in your head. You're going to be more mature. You're going to be more patient. You're going to have better self-control. You're going to be slower to anger, simply because you're actually trying. But the key is you must try every day, or if you're not trying every day, at least every time while you trade, journal. Because 2 years, 3 years from now, 4 years from now, you're going to be completely different. And you know, I had a student that has been trading for 9 years. All it took is a couple of months of journaling and talking to me. I spoke with him every single day. I started repeating the same words: set alerts and walk away. Those words resonated with him, because as time went on, he became more mature. He was able to control himself better than he did at the start. It took him 9 years and he didn't change once, but just a couple of months of actually trying, and he became a completely different person. So if you actually try, no matter how bad things look right now, 2 years from now, you will be profitable. All you need to do is try.